Minister of Industry, Trade, and Investment, Jumok Odewol. Photo. X at Jodewol. Here's your morning snapshot of the major stories shaping Nigeria today. The federal government and the United Arab Emirates agreed to scrap tariffs on more than 13,000 goods under a new trade pact, as fresh analysis revealed state governors budgeted $525 billion for security votes even as killings and violent crime spread across the country. In security updates, the Oyo State Police Command rescued a 60-year-old kidnap victim and arrested several suspects in separate operations, and victims of the 2022 Owo church attack identified their alleged assailants during proceedings at the Federal High Court in Abuja. On the political front, a faction of the African Democratic Congress moved to forge a possible 2027 alliance involving figures such as Goodluck Jonathan, Bukola Saraki and Seyi Makinde. Elsewhere, Lagos fire authorities reported 133 deaths from fire and related emergencies in 2025. Federal spending on roads jumped to N3. $23 trillion in the 2026 budget, and cleric Isaac Oyedepo said he would no longer collect offerings at his services. Below are the stories. 1. Pastor Isaac Oyedepo drops offerings. Practice. Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, founder of the Isaac Oyedepo Evangelistic Ministries, said God instructed him not to collect offerings at his newly launched Sunday services in Abuja. He described the directive as part of his ministry's focus on discipleship and spiritual growth rather than traditional financial collections. Oyedepo's announcement coincided with the launch of weekly Sunday meetings. Read here, https://punchenji. God instructed me not to collect offerings, says Isaac Oyedepo. 2. Nigeria, UAE removed tariffs on 13,000 products. Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates agreed to scrap tariffs on over 13,000 imported products under the Nigeria-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Nigeria will eliminate duties on 6,243 imports from the UAE, while the UAE will remove tariffs on 7,315 Nigerian goods, with phased implementation on many items. The pact aims to expand market access, boost non-oil exports and deepen trade and services cooperation. Read here, https://punchenji.com/Nigeria-UAE-scrap-tariffs-on-over-13000-goods/3. Owo church attack victims identify suspects in court. In a court session, victims of the Owo church massacre identified alleged attackers. The proceedings form part of ongoing trials linked to the 2022 assault that drew national outrage. Further details from the testimonies and how the court will proceed were outlined. Read here, https://punchenji.com/victims-identify-alleged-owo-church-attackers-in-court/4. ADC faction seeks alliance with Jonathan, Saraki, Makinde. A faction within the African Democratic Congress, ADC, is pursuing an alliance with former President Goodluck Jonathan, ex-Senate President Bukola Saraki and Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde ahead of the 2027 elections. The group's strategic push signals intra-party debates on coalition building and presidential support. Read here. https://punchenji.com/2027-adc-faction-eyes-jonathan-saraki-makinde-alliance/5. Police free 60-year-old kidnap victim in Oyo. Police in Oyo State rescued a 60-year-old kidnapping victim and arrested 2 murder suspects, the force announced. The operation underscores ongoing efforts to combat criminal activities and secure communities across the state. Read here. https://punchenji.com/police-rescue-60-year-old-kidnap-victim-arrest-murder-suspects-in-Oyo/6. Governor's budget and $525 billion for security as killings rise. State governors collectively earmarked and $525 billion for security in their 2026 budgets amid rising killings and insecurity across Nigeria. The allocations, intended to strengthen policing and local security infrastructure, come as violent incidents escalate in several regions. Read here. https://punchenji.com/govs-budget-n525bn-for-security-as-killings-spread/7. Lagos Fire Report. 133 dead in 2025 emergencies. New figures from the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service show 133 people were killed in various fire incidents and related emergencies in 2025. The report highlights ongoing safety and emergency response challenges in the commercial hub. Read here. https://people-killed-in-Lagos-fire-report/8. Federal roads spending jumps to N3. $23 trillion. Federal government data shows spending on federal roads soared 489% to N3. $23 trillion, reflecting a major increase in capital outlays for road infrastructure. The spike underlines renewed investment in transport networks, though questions remain on delivery timelines and project impacts. Read here. https://punchenji.com/federal-roads-spending-soars-489-2-N3-23tn/.